Hello friend. Today's video we will be making the easiest gluten-free brownies ever. So if that's something you want to see, then do not adjust your screen. So as per usual, I will link the original recipe down below and write my adjustments, especially since this is a half batch. The actual recipe makes a 9x13. I'm good with an 8x8. So first thing you want is to melt half a cup of butter plus a tablespoon, and then let that kind of sit so that it's not piping hot. 1 cup of white sugar. Give that a nice, if you have a magic whisk, it takes you less time to whisk, so they're even faster. In fact, these brownies are so fast, I even have my hair down, and I never have my hair down when cooking, because I grew up with people who cooked in actual kitchens. Alright, and then 2 eggs. And you're not making this perfect, you're not making it big and fluffy, it's just mixing.
I really want big and fluffy because then they're cakey, and
no, these are
not cakey.
Wonderfully fudgy.
Yes.
They're pretty much a boxed brownie mix at home.
And gluten-free.
Yeah, except gluten-free. Because the only boxed brownie mix that's gluten-free is the Betty Crocker, and it's okay.
It's not these.
Yeah. Nice and, it's like nice and viscous, I guess is the word. Like, it's thick. You don't see, even without glasses on, but even if I had my glasses on, you don't see a lot of granules in there. So the sugar's well mixed in. Then I have a half a cup of gluten-free flour. We use the President's Choice brand. Just make sure that your flour has a lot of starches in it. And half a cup of cocoa, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Make sure you get all that in. Of course, have a spatula to help with that.
Cook's best friend.
Yep. Cook has 2 best friends, a spatula and a magic whisk.
Yes.
And then start whisking it slowly, because otherwise you end up with a face full of cocoa powder.
Yep.
Chip's hunting something.
At least it's not under my skirt.
He doesn't like climb up your leg. And then knock that off as much as possible. You will lose a tiny bit of batter in the magic whisk, but for the easement of it, I'll sacrifice the batter.
Scrape, scrape, scrape.
Exactly. Just scrape as much as you can out. And it doesn't have to be perfectly mixed in at this point. I just find it easier to incorporate with the magic whisk. And then whatever add-in you want. You can add in chocolate. I'm adding in some Score Bites, which last time gave it a really nice flavor.
Yes.
And just about a half a cup or so of whatever you would like. You could add in M&Ms, you could add in nuts.
If you're so inclined.
Yeah. Don't do walnuts, it makes me sad. If you really want to be fancy, you can freeze almond butter or peanut butter and then pop in the little nuggets of that, and that could be interesting.
Nut nuggets.
Nut nugget. We entertain ourselves simply.
Somebody's got
But,
to.
you know, what's that? Just friends, Simply Dusty. Is there any other kind?
Straight.
Simply Us. Is there any other kind?
Nope.
Pop those back, and then 8x8 pan with foil. And this is
The slide
non-stick. Yeah, it's non-stick. It's the PC brand, which I actually find is just as good as the
Reynolds.
Nope, Alcan.
Alcan.
Alcan, just as good as the Alcan, just a little bit cheaper. 350 for your oven.
If you don't do foil, you can spray your pan, but
Yeah, you can put parchment paper if you prefer silicone pan. Silicone pan should work. I haven't
tried it.
Yeah, I haven't tried it, but
Sometimes with gluten-free, it's touch and go.
yeah, it can almost make it
Gummy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it doesn't conduct heat quite the same way.
No,
Because we used to use silicone muffin tins for everything, and it just doesn't always work out with gluten-free muffins.
No.
Instead, we got little reusable metal ones, so. Well, they're not technically reusable, but you can wash them and then they are reusable. As long as you wash it, it's fine.
Not wasting stuff.
No. Alright. And then we're just going to spread this in here and then pop it in the oven. Once it's cooked for 30 minutes, the original recipe says 35, and I've said before, if you're halving your recipe, don't half your time, learned that the wrong way. But with gluten-free, you do often want to go a couple minutes shorter than the recipe, just because gluten-free flour can burn easier. Once they are out of the oven, let them cool at room temperature, and then pop them in the fridge. And I will show you why we do that later. Misty gonna... You don't get brownies! So for us, it's the next day. For you, it's 2 seconds. The brownies have sat overnight in the fridge and then been cut up. By doing that, you get a lovely fudgy texture. I'm gonna move around and literally bring this up close. Is it focused?
Yeah.
So you have that nice fudgy texture. You have the crinkly on top. It's nice on the bottom. You just take them out of the fridge a couple minutes before you want to eat them, and they're perfectly chewy. Great, gluten-free, quick, and easy. Till next, if you like the recipe, which I will of course link the original down below and mine, please feel free to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay caffeinated, stay cozy.